Namaste and welcome to this reflections yoga practice. This is going to be a unique experience where you can reflect on and release anything from the past month, season of life, or experience, anything that was really significant and is now coming to an end. I'll be guiding you through a yoga flow, and then the class will end with either meditation, or if you'd like, you can journal to find just a release of this energy. We're going to get started in a seat, closing the eyes down, right away tuning into your breath. Watching your inhales and your exhales getting longer and longer. Place your right hand to your belly and your left hand to your heart. Now thinking of your torso in 3 parts. You have your belly, your lungs, and your chest. Take a breath into just the belly. And a breath out. Inhale into the belly. And let it go. Inhale into the belly and now the lungs. Exhale from the lungs and the belly. Inhale into the belly, the lungs, and the chest. Exhale from the chest, lungs, and belly. Taking a few more full 3-part breaths. At the top of your next breath in, hold your inhale, compressing all of this energy into your belly. Open the mouth and sigh it out. And taking a natural breath, we'll make our way into a tabletop. We'll move through our cats and cows. Inhaling, lifting the gaze, lifting the tailbone, and lowering the belly. Exhale, rounding the spine. Bring your chin to your chest. Press your hips forward. Look to the belly button. Follow your inhale. Press through the palms to lift out of the shoulders. Exhale and round the spine. Press through the palms to lift out of the shoulder blades. Watch tension leave the body. And invite in fluidity and ease. The next time you round your spine, keep it rounded and then drop your rib cage over towards the right. Scoop it down and up towards the left, rounding through the back body, just like you would in your cat, and dropping the belly down, maybe looking up as if you would in your cow. Just finding a couple more barrel rolls of the torso. You can get really exaggerated getting into the head, the neck, and the shoulders, even the hips. And rounding the spine, pause at the top and switch directions. Really trying to articulate each motion, feeling it in your body. Find a neutral spine and then lower onto your forearms. Feel a release through each vertebrae. And then shift your hips from right to left, nice and slow, tuning into the sensations around the hip joints, maybe a little bit of lengthening in the muscles. And finding stillness, send your hips all the way back to your heels, finding child's pose. You can open your knees any amount. Melt the body. Let the head be heavy. And pressing through the palms, gently pull yourself forward into a tabletop and then into downward facing dog, tucking your toes under, your hips to the sky. You can pedal out through the legs to find a bit of length. And find stillness, let your heels melt to the mat. In through the nose, fill up. Open the mouth and sigh it out. Inhale onto the toes and step your feet up to your hands at the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, pulling your shoulders down the spine. Lift your tailbone. Breathe in. Breathe out, forward fold down to the mat. Inhale, rise up, reach your arms up to the sky. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Deep breath in, reach your arms up overhead, then interlace your hands, point the 2 pointer fingers and cross the thumbs for Kali Mudra. Inhale, grow a little taller, and exhale, hinge over to the left. Squeezing the belly, rooting through both feet. Inhale, rise up. Relax the shoulders and exhale, hinge over to the right, keeping your chest and your hips facing forward. Breathe in, rise up. Exhale, bend the elbows, cactusing the arms. Breathe in. Breathe out, bring your hands into a fist behind the hips. Press the knuckles down and really try to lift up through the heart. If your hands and your fists aren't comfortable, you can always bring your hands to the low back. Another deep and expansive breath, lifting with the sternum. With your next exhale, hinge forward from the hips. Forward fold or Dvikonasana. Reach your hands away from the hips, getting a nice shoulder stretch. Good. Soft bend to the elbows, release the hands. Inhale into a flat back halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up. Reach your arms overhead, your palms stay apart. Squeeze the belly and start finding an extended back bend. Lifting with the sternum. Engage the legs. Maybe you look up. Your deepest inhale, squeeze the belly, swan dive forward, wrap your arms around your legs, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step your left foot back, tucking the toes under, find your lunge. Plant your left hand down and reach your right arm up, twisting the torso. Deep breath in. Breath out. Close your right hand inside of your right foot. Drop onto your back heel, turning your toes like in Warrior 2, and reach your left arm up to the sky. It's really deep variation of side angle. Straighten through the right leg, rise all the way up, reverse triangle, reaching your right arm up and back. Inhale. Find Warrior 2, exhale, bending into the front knee. And chest and your hips are facing your side, and your gaze is looking forward. Straighten your right leg, turn your toes to the edge of your mat. Bring your hands to heart and lunge into your left thigh. Skandasana or side lunge. You're welcome to stay lifted or bring your hands to the mat and lower your hips towards your left heel, just shifting around on the feet a bit. And you can explore here, maybe opening your right arm, maybe you take a bind if that's a part of your practice. We're going to transition into a seat, so press through your left hand, lift your hips, hop off of your left foot, and then drop down so you're facing the front edge of your mat with your right leg extended in front of you. Inhale, reach your arms up high, and exhale, hinge over your right thigh, reaching for the foot. Steady breaths here, enjoying this gentle stretch. You can allow this to become passive, rounding through the spine, maybe turning your palms face up. We're still here for a little while longer. Keeping your head and your shoulders heavy, start to slowly lift yourself up and bring your hands behind you, unrolling through the spine, and then lift your heart, lift your head. We'll find a little twist. Bring your right hand around to your left thigh, lift up out of your hips and look to your left shoulder. Now plant your hands at the bottom of your mat, tuck your toes and step into a downward facing dog. We're now looking at the bottom of your mat. Step your left foot forward in between your hands, ground through the right palm and sweep your left arm up to the sky, twisted lunge. Deep breath in, breath out. Close your left hand inside of your left foot. Reach your right arm up to the sky as you drop onto the right heel. Try to stack your shoulders, maybe lunge a little deeper. Strong core and legs, straighten through the front leg as you find reverse triangle. Reaching your left arm overhead. Warrior 2, rebend your front knee, look over your left hand, pull your right shoulder back. Wide-legged stance, turn your toes to face the edge, bring your hands to heart and lunge into your right leg, back towards the top of your mat. You can stay lifted or bring your hands down, maybe pulling your left toes to the face or finding that opening. And when you're ready, return both hands to the mat. We're going to find that little transition into a seat. So planting your hands, lift your hips, and then lift off of your right foot, lower that hip to the mat, bringing your right foot inside of your left extended leg. Now looking at the bottom of your mat, breathe in, exhale, fold over your thigh. You can try to keep a nice straight back for a really deep stretch at first, but if you're ready to just surrender, relax, you can turn your palms up, let your head and shoulders be heavy. We're here for a fair amount of time, so enjoy the stretch. Just as slowly as before, start to roll yourself back up, bringing your hands behind you, open your heart. And then we'll find a twist. Bring your left hand to the right thigh, looking towards the top of your mat. Keep twisting, plant your hands down, tuck around onto your left toes, and then lift your right foot up and down beside the left in downward dog. Breathe here. You're welcome to stay here or shift forward into a plank. Take a deep breath in. Breath out, lower chaturanga, all the way or halfway. Inhale into your upward dog, cobra or baby cobra. And we'll meet in a downward facing dog, sending your hips up to the sky. Take a deep breath in. Open the mouth, breath out. And lower the knees down to the mat, keeping your toes tucked, sending your hips back towards your heels, and finding a kneeling position. Close the eyes and just turn inwards. Notice what you feel. We'll find a back bend in camel pose. Rise up to stand on your knees. Bring your hands to the low back with your fingers pointing down. Draw your elbows together. Just as before, think of lifting up through the sternum as you press your hips forward. Squeeze your belly as much as you can to protect your low back as you start leaning back. Maybe you lift the gaze but keep a slight tuck to your chin. If it's in your practice, you can reach your hands for the backs of the thighs, still pressing your hips over your knees, or reach for your hands over your ankles. Breathe. Return your hands to your low back, then squeeze the belly, shoulders over your hips, lower into a seat, perhaps untucking the toes. Rest your palms on your thighs and breathe. Sit with sensation. Watch your breath slow and your heartbeat come back to a natural pace. And you can stay exactly as you are. If you would like to journal for this next portion, you're more than welcome to go ahead and get set up. And getting your notebook and your pen. These questions are going to help you to reflect on this past month, looking at any challenges you faced, mindsets that were maybe not the most helpful, and then looking at ways to overcome those things. My first prompt for you: take a look at the last month or the season of life and list some of your most memorable moments. And they might have been a small moment, maybe something happened or someone did something for you. What were the moments that brought you a great amount of joy? If you'd like to come back to this question, just save a few lines. And now I want you to look and reflect on what were some of the biggest challenges. What didn't work out as planned? What took up a lot of space in the mind? What worries or stresses? Has this been a reoccurring challenge for you? And you're welcome to pause the video and continue journaling. But my next question for you is, were these challenges out of your control? What is a mindset that you could have adopted to help? And is there any way that you can try again next month? What is an energy that you may want to release? Maybe it's a thought process or an experience that's no longer serving you. Take a cleansing breath and do exactly that. You can either pause the video or come back to your journaling later. We're going to come up into a seat. Closing down the eyes, relax the shoulders, find your breath. And I'd like to leave you with this reminder. Everything you need is already within you. And we will close off this practice with a final breath together. Inhaling here, reach your arms up overhead. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. The light in me sees, acknowledges, and honors the light in you, and knows that they are the same. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me for this practice. Feel free to leave a comment below about what this practice was like for you, maybe the things you'd like to work on releasing if you're willing to share. I do have another video similar to this style, and it's all about setting intentions for the new coming month. I will leave it in the description below, and I'll see you in another class.